Hello everybody, so glad to have you back here today, and I am glad to be back here this week too. It is a beautiful day here in this part of the country and this part of the world, and I hope it's a nice day where you are too. It's a little cool, but that's okay. It's spring. So welcome to Stories, Treasures, and Tea. Today I'm going to do something really fun. It's going to be a fun session this time. So I want you to stick around because we're going to have a giveaway next week. But this week is going to be like a contest giveaway is what we're going to do. So I really want you to stick around. Please subscribe if you can. And don't forget, make the comments because I love seeing the comments. So Stories, Treasures, and Tea. This week I'm going to start with stories, but don't forget that we're going to have this contest giveaway, so stick around for that part too. But I'm going to start the stories with dating after 55. And I'm going to tell my story a little bit about that, because as you know, I was married for a long time, and then when it ended, I thought that I wanted to date. It was about 6 months after the marriage had ended, and I thought, why shouldn't I? So I did go on, I think it was Match.com online. I met this man. He was a very nice man, but when he walked me to my car at the end of the date, and it was just like a afternoon coffee date, he kissed me. So that was, I knew I wasn't ready to date. So I didn't date for a number of months later. And I think when you're dating after 55, there's different ways to do it. And simply maybe somebody you've known for many years, or it could be friends of friends, which that did happen to me too, where friends and family would introduce me to people they thought might be a good match for me, and I would go, and sometimes we had one date, sometimes two. Nothing ever came of those kind of things on a permanent basis, but that was okay. And sometimes it's just good to get out and, you know, go for lunch or go for a coffee. So another way is if you belong to any groups, like if you like to play cards or you like to walk or go hiking, it's always good, I think, to find somebody that likes to do what you like to do. And when we talk about dating, what does that mean? Like, some people just want to have a companion to walk with, or to have a companion to travel with, or maybe once in a while go out for dinner. So everybody has different thoughts, and some of us over 55 choose not to do any of that, which I have a few friends who are perfectly happy to be on their own and keep their lives quite busy. I mean, I have other friends who are on their own and not very busy also, but you know, there's just that thing about lonely, because I have friends that are married, and I'm sure you do too, that have felt lonely. So it just depends on your situation and what you choose to do. But I just want to tell you a little bit about my experience dating after age 55, because there are some online dating sites that are specifically for people 55 and older. And one of them I was on was ourtime.com, and the other one was silversingles.com. So there were some successes and there were some failures. I know one time I met this man, and he was very bitter about his divorce. And when I saw that, I thought, I don't know, I just wonder about that, and especially when it was blaming his ex-wife for so much, and he was just so bitter, and it had been 11 years since he'd been with his wife. So that was a red flag for me. There was another man who messaged me and said, by any chance, is this Marian? And did you go to this high school? And I said, yes, I did. And I looked at his picture and I couldn't remember who it was. So he told me his name. And then I remember, I said, oh my goodness, Jim. So we met and we hadn't seen each other in over 40 years. It was very fun because we were reminiscing and having, lots of remembering about all different people and talking about what happened to her and what happened to him. And we had a few dates, but nothing really developed from there. And also, there was another man that I met a few times for lunch. I think we had a dinner, and then we parted ways. But the nice thing about this man, Steve was his name, after we had parted ways and I hadn't seen him for months, he contacted me and he asked me if I would be interested in some teacups and saucers. And he said his mother had passed away and she had a number of cups and saucers, and he knew that that was, an interest of ours. And I thought that was such a kind thing to do. And he did bring me a box of china cups and saucers. So that was really nice. There was another man that I liked very much, and I never heard from him again. So you never know. It's just online thing is kind of a way to meet people, and it is a way to kind of filter the people you meet, because there's no sense meeting somebody that is saying, I want to get married as soon as I can, if you don't want to. So you can sort of filter through it. And, I think there's always other ways to meet people, but online is one way, and many people do. And online too, I noticed there was some younger men, which I'm not sure why they're on those dating sites. I just think maybe they want money. I don't know. It didn't interest me because I would not be comfortable with a man much younger. Some people might, and that's to be admired too, I think. So that was kind of my online dating experience. I had many coffee dates, and that is where I finally met Michael. And Michael and I have been together for a while now, and I'm very lucky to have met him. So, the other thing I found out this week was a statistic in Canada and the US, and I also checked Croatia and Belgium, and I checked those two because I've had comments from people in Croatia and Belgium. So in Canada, the US, Belgium and Croatia, the divorce rate is about 50%. But there's one country that the divorce rate is very low. I mean, there's other countries too, like India, I believe is the lowest. And I think that's, cultural, religious thing, I think. But the other country that's English speaking is, what do you think? Ireland. Ireland has a very low divorce rate. So that was an interesting fact. So I'm going to talk about now my tea, and stories, treasures, and tea. So my treasures and tea this week kind of go hand in hand, because part of the contest giveaway has to do with teacups. So I'll show you that in a moment. But also, as far as treasures, I didn't go to a thrift shop this week, but tomorrow my good friend and I are going thrifting. We're going to a couple of different thrift shops, I think, and she has decided we're going to be the BLBs. And I said, what are the BLBs? Buddies Loving Bargains. That's going to be us, and we are going to go hopefully once a month. I will go more often probably. But with my friend Laura, We will likely go once a month, and we'll have tea at maybe her house one month and me another month. So that's our plan. So I want to show you these cups and saucers that I have today, and I want you to take a look at them, think about them. The first one I have is this one, and we're going to call this one the White Delicate Flowers cup and saucer. Very pretty shape, very nice delicate flowers. So that's the first teacup and saucer. And the next one is this very bold, like a cobalt blue pattern. Very, I call this bold cobalt blue, and it has like gold trim, very pretty cup. So there's that one. And then we have this, another delicate one, and this I'm going to call aqua, because the color is a beautiful aqua blue, as you can see. And there's flower inside too, which is always nice. I think if there's a design inside, it lets you know that it is higher quality. Now this one is an interesting cup and saucer. And inside it's got like a mother of pearl finish. And look at this design here. Wow, that is intricate. And I'm going to call this a chartreuse. I think that's a chartreuse color. I believe that's what I'd call that. Beautiful gold trim and beautiful shape. Very, very pretty. Love that one. It's very dramatic. And then the next one is this one, which you may recognize this flower plant on it. Very pretty design inside there too. So that's that cup and saucer. And the next one is also bold. It's this one, which is beautiful, bold red roses. Very pretty cup and saucer. And the last one is this one, which I have my tea in. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Very nice. It's just a basic black tea that I've got today. But speaking of black, the cup and saucer is black. It's a very nice floral black background with beautiful flowers. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to have you name where you think these cups were made. Each of these cups, there are 7 cups, each of these cups are made in a different country. So I want you to take a guess, and if you get all of them correct, or even if somebody gets almost all of them correct, next week there will be a giveaway. And the giveaway will be a tea box. And in this box, there will be a couple of different teas from our Teacup company. There will be maybe a couple of tea accessories. So it will be a tea package. It's something you will enjoy. And we can ship this. We can ship it to the US too, because our company, we can't do the business in the US yet, but we're working on it. But we can do a giveaway. So next week we will do a giveaway, and the person who will get it is the person who guesses all the countries that these cups are from. I'll give you one more look at them, or the person who gets it closest, but you have to be a subscriber. So, and they have to be in the answers by Monday, May 1st at midnight. So Monday is May 1st, and that's the deadline for getting the answers in. I'll show you another look at them. This is the number 1, white delicate flower. Number 2, cobalt blue. Number 3 is the aqua, beautiful aqua color. Number 4 is the bold chartreuse, mother of pearl inside. Number 5, you might know this delicate plant that's printed on there. I'm going to call it shamrock. So number 5 is the shamrock. Number 6, bold roses. And number 7 is the one I'm drinking out of, which is black flower. Black with flowers, number 7. Okay, so in the comments, please write what countries you think these cups and saucers were made in. Each of them is a different country. So, Lilibet is sleeping. She's sound asleep today because she had to go for some blood work. She's fine. She just had to have a medicine for heartworm, I think it is. And the vet is very expensive. But however, she's sleeping so soundly, so I won't bother her now. Hopefully she'll be here next week to see you. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope the weather is good where you are. And until next week, bye-bye.